me. I hear the voice of my ancestors calling me. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of our ancestors calling me. I hear the voice of our ancestors calling me. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Listen, 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 listen. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of our ancestors calling me. I hear the voice of our ancestors calling me. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Listen, 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 listen. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Listen, 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 listen. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Listen, 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 listen. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Listen, 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 listen. Oh, shit, I wanna hold on. Oh, shit, I wanna hear. I will love you, my child. Oh, na na, oh, I will love you, my child. Always, I will. Always, I will. Aho shinawana honata. Aho shinawana hey. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. Thank you, Great Spirit. Aho shinawana ho. Thank you, Great Spirit. Aho shinawana hey. Thank you, brothers and sisters. What a beautiful, glorious Tuesday morning it is here in Sedona in the village of Oak Creek with Castle Rock behind me and Bell Rock to the left of me and Courthouse View to the front of me and the beautiful mesas to the right of me, down to the east, to the southeast. Aho. And welcome. Welcome. It's been a while. It's been over a week, I think, since I've actually posted a video live and had anything to say. I've been a little busy traveling back and forth between Black Canyon City and Cave Creek and the New River and Sedona. And I was supposed to be back in Fountain Hills today in the Cave Creek area. And you know what? Things changed, so I'm here in Sedona resting another day. So I thought I'd take advantage, climb up on a rock and sing and pray and offer, do all the offerings that I do, with tobacco for the ancestors and the four directions and all my relations. I hope everybody's doing okay. And one of the things that I'd like to talk about today, in fact, I'm going to light some more sage because the sage has gone out. It's a little, I don't want it. So I'm going to light a little sage here. Light a little sage, make a little love, get down tonight. Anyways, I've had Casey and the Sunshine Band on my brain lately too. So, what I want to talk about today is this morning early, about 6:30, I had a conversation with a friend of mine in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And she's starting to come into her awakened state. She stepped through the gateway and she's coming into her awakened state. She's been awakening for some time, but it's, she had a lot of questions today. And I was able to answer the questions that she had with regard to the awakening and how it is I move forward, how it is you move forward, what do things mean, what am I supposed to do, am I an intuitive, am I an empath, what is it and why is it? Aho. And a lot of people that you'll hear on social media, especially on Facebook, they parrot what they hear out there, and they'll say something like this: well, I'm an empath and I take everybody's stuff on. Well, that sounds good. You're not special. We're all empaths in a different way. We all have our different gifts. You don't take other people's stuff on. Stop telling yourself that you do that, because what you speak is what you create in your life. So don't be creating that in your life, and stop parroting what other people say. Find a reputable person which will give you reputable information about your path and where you're going and where you might want to go. Find somebody who's reputable. Don't sit there and listen to somebody's video who doesn't know what they're talking about. Dig deeper, ask questions. If they can answer your questions, then move on and find somebody who's a teacher who can help you with that. I mentor a lot of people. Last night I had a meeting with a woman out in Cottonwood, and she's got her own gifts, but she needed to talk to me. She said her guides were pointing her to my direction. So we met, we had dinner, we talked. I came home, answered any questions that she needed answered, and I moved on. I mentor a lot of people. If you're looking to be mentored, if you're looking to have your questions answered, reach out to me. We can make some sort of arrangement. We can do it via conferencing. We can do it via telephone. I won't do it via text or messaging. That's not the way to do things, because that's where confusion starts, and that's where confusion creates more confusion. Okay? So what are your questions? In fact, if anybody has questions here, I'm going to get closer to the screen so I can see, because I can't see so true. Hey, my friend Christy's here. Welcome, Christy. Christy, I miss you, and thank you for reading my letter. I had to say thank you to somebody the other day and goodbye. And I had to do it. Sometimes I don't know how to do those things in a kind way because I was a bit of a jerk in my previous lifetime. So, and I got to share that with Christy. And, um, you know, I don't always do that, but sometimes I don't always know that I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing. Hi, human. And I want you guys to understand that just because you're evolved, just because you're enlightened, just because you've taken on a new way of doing things and a new way of trying to be, and a refreshing way of living your life, doesn't mean that you're perfect, doesn't mean that you're not human, doesn't mean that we won't make mistakes, doesn't mean that we don't need guidance. I look for guidance and I seek out guidance every chance I get, because the more I'm willing to say yes to the guides and what they ask me to do, to what they ask me to do, uh, the more I can help you. And I've said yes a lot. And that was my message to my friend Diane this morning, was say yes. What is it that you want to say yes to? Don't be somebody who, when the guides asks you to do something, you ask a question, you answer the question with a question like a 13-year-old. Be an adult. Be mature about what it is they're asking you to do, and ask them, guides, I ask them or say to them, guides, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. I want to say yes, but I don't understand. And they may point you in a direction of somebody who can explain it to you. That's happened to me many times. I have a teacher named Emma Molina Enriquez. Well, she's back in LA, and Master CEO. A lot of you know Master CEO, and others. And I never go without guidance. If the guides don't have an answer for me, or the answer that I feel that is helpful enough, I seek out the guidance in others. And here in Sedona, I have many friends and many teachers, so I have access to a lot. So I'm sitting here on this high rock, and you can see behind me the beauty of what's behind me. And let me see what people are asking. Christy, always, you're amazing and a sweetheart. Oh, thank you, Christy. I love you, sweetie, and I love your messages, and you give so much to so many. Yes, we will always be human and a masterpiece at work, and work in progress. And at the same time, yes, we're always a work in progress. There is no, we don't know where the beginning was, but we definitely know there's no ending. It's a continuum. It's a continuum. It's a continuum. It's about the path, not about the destination. There is no destination. And saying that, I've been fortunate enough to do a lot of work in my lifetime, and you guys have walked through a lot of it with me. Obviously, the patch isn't there, so I've done the work on that and other things. And one of the things that I've learned, the guides have told me, is I will be able to make a decision whether I want to come back to this planet or not. And I hesitated there because I wanted to say mudball. I wanted to speak like Odorous Urungus from Guar when he was alive. He would speak that way. He would call this a mudball. But it's not a mudball. It's a living, breathing planet. It's a living, breathing entity, just like the drum. I hope my drums, that are made up of an animal that is deceased, and made up of a tree that has been cut down. And for all intents and purposes, the animal and the tree are deceased. But when they come together in vibration through my medicine, through my ceremony, they become alive again through vibration. They live through vibration. Yes, it is magical. Yeah, mudball. I have to be more respectful to Mother Earth. She's not just a mudball. Anyways, so find a teacher. If there's a teacher out there, or you can't find a teacher that resonates with you, please feel free to reach out to me. There's an exchange of energy, so if you need help, there's going to be a charge, but we can work something out. There's people who find me from all around the world. In fact, a lady named Sequoia just invited me. She wants me to come to not Arizona. I'm already in Arizona. She wants me to come to Australia. She wants me to come there to teach. She wants me to come there to make drums. Is it possible right now? Yes and no. I don't know. I don't know if it's possible right now, because I'm here doing what I do. I'm here with you folks. I'm here with the land. I'm here with the people in Arizona who need me right here, right now. So, am I going to go to Australia anytime soon? I don't know, but I'm going to put it on the list. And when the guides say it's time for me to go, I will go. When they say it's time for me to go to Alaska or Alberta, Canada, I'll go. When they say it's time for me to go to North Carolina or South Carolina, I'll go. When it's time for me to go to New Mexico, I'll go. I go when they ask me to go, and I don't ask any questions. I don't answer a question with a question. I answer the question with a definite, absolute. So, I'd like to welcome everybody. Those of you who are logging on for the first time and listening to me for the first time, I want to thank you. My name is My name is Walking Crow, and this is a Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. And this is Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. So what do you want to stuff your taco with? What will you choose to stuff that taco with to nourish the nature of who and what you are? Do you want to stuff that taco, that corn shell, with knowledge? Do you want to stuff it with spirituality? Do you want to stuff it with abundance? Do you want to stuff it with answers, questions? What do you want to stuff that taco with on Taco Tuesday so you can take into your body and nourish and nurture your nature? How many of you don't know how to nurture your nature? And you ask yourself, the nature of what? The nature of what? The nature of who and what you have always been. The nature of who and what they pulled you away from, they distracted you from, so you could do other things that didn't make any sense to you, like Catholicism, like Christianity, like going to school when school wasn't for you, when you wanted to become an artist and try to make you an architect, when you wanted to be a musician and they wanted you to be a lawyer or an attorney. Your true nature of who you are and who you've always been and who you wanted to be, and they distracted you and they distracted you and they distracted you and they eradicated they tried to eradicate the seed that you are, but the seed can't be eradicated. The seed will die and grow into a mighty oak, like I talk about I'm going blank. It falls from the... Oh my gosh, the seed from the oak tree. You guys are going to have to help me out because I forgot what it is. The seed. A seed to grow into its mighty self has to die and dry to do that. Like the Christ consciousness had to die to become the ascended master. Aho. The mighty oak does not grow from a green seed. So they tried to eradicate your seed, and your seed can't be eradicated because your DNA is special. Thank you, Felix, for reminding me. The acorn is special. It's got its own special DNA. And when it dies in and of itself, it'll grow into the mighty oak if it doesn't get eaten by one of the other animals of the earth or by us. Aho. Thank you, Felix. I appreciate that. Felix is a new follower. He came to my drumming a few weeks ago in Pasadena, California, and I'm appreciative of your following and your coming to that drumming and your response and giving me that answer of the acorn. Aho. So the acorn falls from the mighty oak green, and it has to die in and of itself. And when I'm walking, wherever I'm walking and there's oak trees, I am constantly at this time of year picking up acorns and filling my pockets. Because when it comes to November and the time of what some people call Thanksgiving, that false holiday of in the United States of the European coming here and sharing food with the Native Americans, well, there's a whole other story to that, and we won't get into that here because I don't need to do that. You all know. Anyways, but we celebrate the abundance of this land. We celebrate our Native brothers and sisters. We celebrate those who were murdered over 500 years. I will celebrate them, and I will celebrate them with a fire ceremony, and I will celebrate them with tobacco and sage and the acorn. And the acorn will be taken by all those who come and let go of the burdens and the shames and the wounds and the traumas that they're wanting to let go of, that they're wanting to embrace in a good way through fire ceremony at the end of November with me here in Sedona. Those who want to come and do that, make your arrangements to come, and I will make the arrangements for the fire ceremony on this high rock. Aho. Whether it's sunny, whether it's cold, whether it's dark, whether the sun is rising, whether the sun is setting. Aho. What do you want to change in your life? How would you like to embrace? How would you like to embrace that of which you always were? That of which was always. Aho. Your DNA and the what they couldn't extract from you. Aho. You have gone full circle if you're listening to this video. You have gone full circle like I have gone full circle. They could not beat it out of me in the kindergarten. They could not beat it out of me in grammar school. They could not flunk it out of me in grammar school. They could not beat it out of me in any way as growing up. But I lost myself as an adult in their world, in the place of working, in the place of living in bondage and slavery, in job after job after job after job that made me even more unhappier. It made me even more unhappy than the one before it. And I didn't know how to get out of that vicious cycle, that dog paddling in the pool where I couldn't find the steps, and I kept bumping into the edge of the pool, and I couldn't get out, and I couldn't get out, and I couldn't get out. Do you want to get out? Do you want to say yes to you? Do you want to be the mighty oak? Do you want to be the dead seed that grows into the mighty oak? Aho. Do you want to be the green seed, the green acorn that dries and dies like the ascended master Christ consciousness had to become? Because you are. Aho. And I will walk with you in that path. I will hold your hand in that path, and I will say yes to you every turn of the way. And I will say, this is possible. This is not possible. What is it and how is it that I can help you? My name is Walking Crow, and this is a transformational sacred drum medicine. Oh, oh, wow, wow, wow. I smoked the pipe and I opened the portal before I turned on the camera. And the guides give me what they give me. And they give me the tears that come. And they give me the tears that come out of joy and happiness. Joy and happiness. And it's okay to be tearful when you're happy, not just when you're sad. You people, the women out there who are listening and the men out there who are listening need to know that it's okay to cry. And there's no reason to stop yourself and deny yourself your emotions and your feelings. Be in your emotions. EMOCEANS. Emotions, direction of the west, direction of the woman, direction of darkness, water, emotion, ocean, direction of fall, autumn, letting go of the leaves. Oh, creation. It's where we are birthed. It's where we birth. It's where the divine feminine comes together with divine masculine of the east, grandfather son, to create. Aho, aho, aho. All right. I'm happy today. And there's no reason to be sad. I got to spend another day here in Sedona because this is where they have me. And I'm happy. And I'm going to light a little sage. Light a little sage, make a little love, get down tonight. Get down tonight, baby. I'm feeling silly today, too. And the guides are being real playful with me. And I'm grateful for my friend Diane Zielinski from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who reached out to me early this morning. It's funny, every day she sends me a message about one of my posts, and she didn't realize that she does that every day. And I mentioned it to her today. I said, do you know that you reach out to me every day and you mention one of my posts every day? And I want to thank you for that. So it was her way of connecting with me. And my way of connecting was turning on the camera and saying, hey, let's have a conference. And we spent about an hour and a half conferencing with each other. So now she's on her path. She's been on her path, but she's looking at it in a different way, and she got the answers that she needed. What answers do you need? What answers do you want? How can I help you? My name is Walking Crow, and this is a transformational sacred drum medicine. Coming to you live from the village of Oak Creek in Sedona, Arizona. So I'm going to sing a song, and I'm going to say thank you to those who are willing to listen. Thank you to those who are willing to come. Thank you to those. Even more, thank you to those who are willing to reach out and be vulnerable in and of themselves and to themselves and say, yes, me too, me too. Hey, thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Thank you for allowing me to share my heart. Thank you for allowing me to share the medicine of all my relations, of my guides, of my ancestors, of those who care what happens to me, and who have cared for me through all eternity, all infinity. Because I am infinite. I am walking crow. And this is a transformational sacred drum medicine. Thank you for coming. Have a beautiful and blessed Taco Tuesday, and stuff that corn shell with all that you want that is good for you.